rivers shaping mountains is for me about accepting the inevitable existence of hierarchy. And on the other hand, it's reminding ourselves that this mountain is in a way shapeable. Perhaps by small actions or arts, we can slowly change its foundations, or like a river that polishes a rock, trying to find answers or trying to create change in a very gentle way, not necessarily providing a clear and all-solving answer, but just giving gentle steps into a right direction. The experimentation is a very important part. Here, this is an example of work that I'm now working on. It's super rough. It's not clear. It's not clean. But I think it's a good thing to show that not everything goes straight to the point of a clean product. Capi's shell. It's a transparent oyster shell. And my dad brought it to me. He picked it up from a secondhand market. I started to put them together, and when I placed them together, you had this kind of a V shape, and it reminded me a bit more of the butterfly. And in connection with the butterfly often moves when it's sitting in the sun as well. But water is life, and it's most important aspect of the existence of life. The important part here for me was to create this object that is quite monumental and actually just claims space for what really matters, or what's most essential in spaces we live in, for example. So it's an ode to water and basically to its sacrality. This repetition within the object gave it, for me, while creating it, it's a very meditative experience, and so I can think on a lot of stuff in between, but it's just such a simple act. You have to just give it direction, and then in the meantime, it's quite liberating for the mind. I wanted to create a work that claims space as well for the little things in life, and I wanted to create this object that allowed me to write an intention or a dream or a desire that I wanted to pursue. And it's not necessarily about knowing or seeing what you exactly wrote upon it, but it's just more to sustain the idea of your intention, because it's never really the literal thing that you want, because it's always just an energy and something that constantly changes over time. Alabaster stone is a stone that they used a lot in Egypt, and was found as eggs in near burial sites because they believed it captured the sun. So in this pattern of thinking, I'd like to continue, because I believe materials have a certain way to perhaps even amplify intentions or certain things that are implemented. This is kairos. So I wanted to provide another way of dealing with time, and not necessarily measuring it, but offering a more gentle approach to it. You could install your time, but there is no visual notion of it, so you cannot see how far it is. There is no control, which was basically the whole point for me on this subject, is to activate your moments, but also to let go of control and really try to be present within whatever you are doing. Here I started to make a composition with it, and it was a bit more radical, and I felt there was this tension and this energy in between them, and I couldn't really grasp it yet. So I tried to visualize that what was invisible, but then still sensible. So this is the first work that I actually really accepted in my practice to just be a sculpture. I found this huge piece of bark during one of my night walks. I took it home and I kept staring at it for like 2 years, I guess, until I really decided what I wanted to do with it. And the idea of the tree bark serving as a bridge between the outer world, speaking from the perspective of the tree, and protecting its space, its life within. I also decided to really embalm it, and I decided to create this deep space within, in order to create this empty or eventually vast space that lays beyond, and that really makes you wonder, okay, what goes beyond and what's within and further.